They're kind of the same as every Big 12 team. They got tempo, and, with that tempo, they try to create confusion, try to expose your lack of discipline, communication, eye control, just try to get you tired, really, and expose you. So kind of thing with us going into this week, everybody just has to be locked in. We can't be walking in between plays, between practice. Everybody has to get lined up, set over their keys. And so when we get the call, we can play fast, and everybody's on the same page. So none of us could get exposed or have any kind of miscommunication.
You talk about confusion. How, in a way, maybe is their offense similar to the one that you go against in practice a lot?
They kind of, so with that tempo, they kind of run the base formation because obviously they're going fast too. Mm-hmm. They don't want to run nothing too complicated. So kind of with that tempo and that confusion, well, kind of with the tempo more. So they just a lot of runs, a lot of RPO, a lot of quick passes, especially after like a big explosive plays. They're trying to win that first down, make it like a second and medium so they can set themselves up good for the rest of the drive. But kind of with that, like I said, it kind of all goes back to us. Getting back to the ball, playing fast, knowing the call ahead of time if we get it, and everybody being locked in on the same page.
What kind of opportunity is this for you guys, going on the road to a Big 12 team in a 60,000 seat stadium on national TV and kind of having a chance to get a signature win?
It's big, especially for a lot of players here. Some of us probably felt like we could have, like when we were in high school, obviously could have been recruited a little bit higher. So now that we get to go up against this competition, it feels great. It's kind of like a dream, for some of us, especially Oklahoma State. It's a prestigious school, especially in that stadium in the Big 12. So, it's a big challenge for all of us, man. I've seen smiles on everybody's face this week, because we all just so excited for this challenge.
With the pace that Oklahoma State plays, with your defense and young athletic playmakers, do you like playing at that pace?
It could be very fun at times, but obviously it's very tiring. We all have to be in shape. Probably after practice, me and the DBs talked about conditioning after practice so we could get ourselves ready for this week. But playing at that pace is different. It's a very different type of football than some offenses play. Like in our conference, they're very slow. This team's obviously very fast. So it's very fun, but it's only gonna be fun as long as we do our jobs.
I know part of it's because of who they play, but they're literally the #1 offense in the country right now. Is that a cool challenge for you guys to see how you stack up?
Yeah, it's a great challenge. It's something that we'll take all the time. Like you said, man, #1 offense in the country. That's not something that you get every single day. So having this opportunity, like I said, we just got to go to practice and seize the moment, really.
You guys, how would you assess your guys' tackling so far this season, and how important will that be in a game like this?
Man, we've stressed it so much. Last week when we played that elusive quarterback for UConn, our coaches on Monday sent us a text about tackling the stripes of the legs. Obviously, with him, he's going to shake you up high, but his legs will never lie to you or his hips. So our coach has been like this whole going back all the way to spring. Obviously we did pretty good last year, but we even want to emphasize it more this year throughout spring, fall camp, and even now during the season. So that's something. We got a couple tackling periods today that we got to go through and get ready, especially in the open field. Obviously, they're going to spread us out. So that's probably going to be the big challenge this week is the open field tackling. So that's something that we'll get a lot of practice on.
As you assume, they're the #1 offense, but they're also extremely good at creating explosive plays. It seems like they can do it whether it's after the catch or over the top of that. How do you feel like they're dangerous in that way?
Well, kind of just like you said, they got the athletes. They're all fast. They go fast paced, and they got fast players. And so that's why I said when it comes down to us, if we could make those open field tackles so there's no yards after the catch, or if we're all on the same page and there's no miscommunication and we get exposed in the back end, or maybe missing the gap in the front, it's all about communication coming down the open field tackling.
What do games like this mean for Boise State? They've built a reputation on being able to beat these sort of teams. What does this opportunity mean for you guys? What it can mean for the season, or what it can mean for the program?
I would say like a legacy. Kind of like if you've seen with those other teams when they beat Virginia Tech or they beat Georgia or obviously Oklahoma, TC. All those big time schools. All those schools, they all left behind the legacy. The tradition kind of that they saw before and that they kept bringing up later on. So that's kind of something for us. It's kind of like obviously we don't look at it like, oh, this is our legacy game, but obviously we know that is what it comes with.